Hi Jordi, thank you very much for being again on Veggie Channel. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Today is a beautiful day in Rome, and I am very happy to ask you to tell us about the second phase of your case.
Yeah, the second phase of my case has finished. That finished yesterday. It finished favorable to me. It was a good, positive result for me. What happened is that both sides settled an agreement. In exchange of me withdrawing the case, they compensated me for having dismissed me, and they also put a public statement saying that I did nothing wrong, that the only reason they dismissed me was related to the communications I had with my colleagues on the pension arrangements, and there was nothing wrong with those communications that were motivated because of my philosophical belief in ethical veganism, which means I've been vindicated, which means the case is over, which means that I can move on with my life after really 3 years battling this. And it also means that the issue of the pensions been highlighted. They also solved, but the league now has changed their pension plan that is no longer going to the vivisection companies. So it's basically I have achieved what I set up to achieve at the beginning, and it's very good news for me.
Are you surprised that everything went so easily at the end? They accepted everything?
It didn't go that easy all the time. That was a 10-day trial. And they basically, we arranged this, we arrived to this conclusion the 6th day. So there was 5 days of trial in which I gave testimony, they gave testimony. And what was happening every day, I thought my case was getting stronger. The more evidence I was producing, the more evidence other witnesses were producing, my case was getting stronger. And I think what happened is in the end, it was so strong that they realized they could not win, and that was when we settled.
It seems like they accepted everything and they are nearly proud of you.
They did accept many things, the most important things. And in the end of the public statement, which is now in all social media, they said that they thanked me for having raised the issue of pensions, because thanks that I did that, they were managed to change their pension fund, which is good because it's also good for not just me, good for all the people there, for all the supporters, for all the donors. There is a positive outcome for everyone.
What is going to happen now? Are you going to receive refund or any form or compensation?
I'm going to receive a compensation. I cannot divulge the amount because that's confidential. It's not part of the agreement, is that I cannot tell. I didn't do this for the compensation. I did it for my reputation, and that was the most important aspect for me. And my reputation has been clear because now they have produced this public statement that says that there's nothing wrong with what I did, which will allow me to find jobs in the future now, because that means that all the stain I had before of that I did something wrong or there was gross misconduct, that's gone now. Or I can face future jobs knowing that everybody will know that I never did anything wrong.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Did you get enough money from your crowdfunding to pay the expenses for the court, for the lawyers?
I got enough to get me going to the beginning. I managed to have a deal with my lawyers that they will not charge me at the beginning of the hearing, even if I had not enough to pay them. They would charge me afterwards.
Okay.
And that was good, because that means I could do it even if I had not reached the target. So now I can pay them with compensation. So that means everybody gets paid and everybody's happy. And thanks to more than 500 people that donated to my crowdfunding, that allowed me to get to the point where I could be so close to winning that I could talk to my lawyers and they agreed that the case was strong enough for them to go ahead with it without being paid, in the hope that we will win. At least I would have some compensation so I could pay them afterwards. And that's what happened.
During these months, you have been interviewed by newspapers and television from all over the world. This is really amazing. What has all this big amount of footage produced in respect of the animal rights and in respect of your life?
It's one of the most important aspects of my case, because if I had gone through the entire process, but nobody ever would have found out, if I had successfully overcome the legal obstacles, but nobody ever found out, they would not have any effect. The important thing about the protection of veganism is for people to know that veganism is protected. You don't have to go to the extreme to go to court to change the world. You need to tell people that if they don't do the right things, they might end up in court. You don't want to end up in court and spend all the time and money. Imagine my case, it was 2 years of litigation. That's a long time and a lot of money. You want to avoid that. And the only way to avoid that is by the deterrent effect, meaning people know the consequences, so they don't discriminate to vegans, knowing that if they do, there might be consequences. And you can only achieve that if you spread the news, so everybody's talking about it, so all the employers know about it, all the employees know about it. So that's why it was the good thing there was so much publicity, because that means has had the effect intended. And now I can already see effects that without going to tribunals or threatening actions, I can already see positive changes in the way employers treat employees that are vegan, which is what should be in any law. Any law should just be strong enough to prevent people breaking it, rather than go and spend a lot of money.
What is your next step? What are you going to do now?
Well, now that I don't have the stain of gross misconduct in my CV, I have to find a job now, because it's been these 2 years, these cases occupied so much time and my energy and my mind. Because of that strain, even if I try constantly to find a job, I could not find it. Hopefully, now I will be able to dedicate my time to find a proper employment and somebody will give me a job. And then everything will be as it was before all this happened.
Has any organization contacted you to offer you any kind of job in all this period?
Not yet, but I hope, because yesterday is when my name was cleared in a way, I hope that from now on I'll be in a better position and I'll be approaching them as well. But it's understandable. Sometimes you have court cases, and especially if I'm against an animal protection organization, other animal protection organization might be wondering who's right and might be thinking perhaps it's better that we wait until we find out what happened. Well, now we know what happened. Now the truth has been out there. Now everybody knows that I did nothing wrong. Therefore, I'm unemployable again. And that's it.
What would you like to do? What is your best wish at the moment?
Well, I would like to carry on with my career in animal protection. It doesn't matter which animal I'm protecting. I just want to work, use my expertise and my knowledge in the way I've done before, which means campaigning, head of policy, head of research, all these subjects that I've been recently doing, which was the progression of my career from being just a campaigner and progressing and go higher. I would just carry on doing that. But there is a new dimension in my skills. I become quite an expert in vegan rights now. I wasn't before this case. This is something I might be able to develop as well, work-wise. It might be organizations that might want to do things in that line, and I could help. So now, that, in fact, I have acquired new skills that I didn't before. But I still, my subject's always been animals and animal protection, use my scientific background, my knowledge in campaigning and investigations and in policy, and use all that together to help animals. That's what I want to do.
Congratulations from our team, from our viewers from Italy. I wish you the best luck and to see you again, maybe in Rome soon, to make some videos together.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Thank you very much.
Okay.